Tara Pakanich, like any loving parent, believed her children were secure within the confines of their home. Little did she know that the very walls meant to shield her family would become the silent witnesses to a nightmare. On February 23, 2022, her safe reality was challenged when she discovered the gruesome remains of her son, Shad Thyrion. What added to her horror was that Shad's killer, a childhood friend by the name of Taylor Schabusiness, had been welcomed into their home with open arms.
Yes, I'd like an officer at 8 Stony Brook. My friend just woke me up and swears that she found her severed son in the basement.
Okay, can you repeat the address, sir?
Stony Brook.
Okay, S-T-O-N-E-Y?
Is it E-Y, right? Yes. No E. Just L-Y.
Is that a house, apartment, or duplex?
It's a house.
What's your last name, Steve?
Hendricks.
Okay, tell me what's happening there again?
I have no clue what's happening. My girl swears that she's found her severed son in the basement.
Did you go down there?
In a bucket. I went down, I can't tell what. Part of my language, I'm kind of a little freaked out.
Okay, did she just wake up and say that?
Yeah.
And whose head is it?
She's claiming it's her son.
How old is her son?
24, 20, 25?
Has he been missing, or?
No, yeah, he was here yesterday with some chick, and then now all of a sudden nobody's here. And she came up to use the restroom a couple times, and she keeps calling and calling, and now she's saying that she hears the phone down there too.
Okay, is she with you right now?
Yes, yeah, she's upstairs. She's a little freaked out, and I don't know what to do.
Okay, alright, stay on the line. And, you said you went down there, correct?
Yeah, and I lifted the towel, but I can't see very well, and I can't tell what the hell it is.
So there's something in the bucket.
There's something in the bucket there.
Okay.
If she won't look again, I don't know what the hell, man.
Do you think she's hallucinating, or do you think that...
I don't think so. I went down and there's something in the bucket. I don't know, man. She's a little freaked out and kind of freaking me out.
On February 21, 2022 at 9:30 p.m., 24-year-old Shad Thyrion was picked up by 25-year-old Taylor Schabusiness, a friend he had known since middle school. That would be the last day that Shad's mother, Tara Pakanich, would see him alive. Shad had fallen into a destructive cycle of substance abuse, further fueled by his interactions with Taylor. Taylor, a young married mother, had a prior criminal record with several charges relating to unlawful fleeing, possession of paraphernalia, as well as assaulting an officer. At that time, she was out on probation after being released from jail. Initially, she had been ordered to wear a GPS monitor around her ankle, but she cut this off. After picking him up, the two went back to Taylor's apartment where they engaged in taking. After some time, Taylor and Shad decided to go to Tara's residence and continue their tryst there. Once there, Shad and Taylor injected an antidepressant known for its sedative effects and widely available to the general public. They then participated in the highly substance. On February 23rd at 2:30 a.m., Tara woke up to the sound of the basement storm door slamming and the sound of tires squealing down the drive. She assumed it was Taylor leaving the premises, and intrigued, Tara decided to go down to the basement to check on Shad. She noticed the light was on as she made her way down the stairs into the basement, but when she entered the room, nobody was there. Assuming Shad must have left with Taylor, she turned to go back up the stairs before noticing a bucket on the floor, draped with a beach towel. Tara thought to herself that it was an odd place for it to be, and so she reached down, lifting the blanket to see what was inside. Nothing could have prepared her for the horrors it contained. Staring up at her was the head of her son, Shad Thyrion. Tara raced upstairs, frantically trying to explain to her boyfriend Steve Hendricks about the horrifying discovery. Steve went down to investigate, stumbling upon her findings. He then called 911 and explained the situation, confessing he was not sure what he was seeing and whether or not it was real or fake. The police soon arrived and began searching the premises. They noticed blood near the mattress in the center of the room. Tara then proceeds to tell them that the last person there was Taylor Schabusiness. Following this lead, the police arrived at Taylor's apartment. Noticing the parked van outside, they begin to search it. At this point, Taylor comes outside and asks the officers what they're looking for and if they're there for her warrant, alluding to the previous charges against her. Police tell her about the discovery of Shad's head at Tara's residence in Stony Brook. Tara's reaction is first one of disbelief before she breaks the facade and laughs, telling the officers that they'll have fun trying to find the other body. Upon arresting her, police note that her hands are stained with blood. When they searched her vehicle, police were shocked to discover body within a crock pot box, including a severed. In her interrogation interview, the truth about the spine-chilling ordeal was revealed. Taylor stated that she and Shad were engaging in relations when they decided to take it one step further. She placed a dog collar around Shad's neck, as well as a chain. With Shad lying prone face down on the bed, Taylor straddled him and began choking him. During the interview, at first, she said she had blacked out and didn't remember how she had killed him before eventually confessing that as his face turned, she could not stop herself. She stated that although she hadn't initially intended on killing him, the resulting thrill was too irresistible. When police questioned why she didn't stop, Taylor stated that she had already gone too far. She then told investigators that she toyed with Shad's body for hours before it, performing acts and assaulting the corpse. After using a toy on him, she then went upstairs to the kitchen to retrieve 2 knives. Taylor even admitted that she preferred a serrated knife to cut. Upon being told that Shad's mother had found the head, Taylor responded that she had simply forgotten it and got lazy. An attempt was made to clean up the crime scene by using Clorox wipes and spray, and then disposing of them in the bags used to house the parts. To add to the horror, Shad's were found, along with his in the bucket. On March 1st, 2022, Taylor made her first court appearance in Brown County Court via video on the charges of first-degree intentional homicide, corpse, and third-degree sexual assault. The bond was set at $2 million. Taylor pled not guilty due to insanity and diminished capacity. During the trial this year, more details of the brutal assault came to light. The medical examiner testified that Taylor's account was consistent with the injuries found on Shad's body, such as injuries to the soft tissue in the neck. There were several cuts within the deep muscle, and the flesh on Shad's back had been cut off. Allegedly, Taylor also preserved Shad's blood and showered with it. These allegations were found to be consistent with the lack of blood found at the crime scene. Prosecutors put forth Taylor's internet searches as proof of intent. Several searches were of serial killer Jeffrey Dahmer, including the term Jeffrey Dahmer walking into court all. A photo was also recovered of a smiling Taylor, posing next to a picture of Jeffrey Dahmer throughout the trial. Taylor smiled, laughed, smirked, and at times pointed finger guns at the judge. The defense attorney countered that there were 2 sides to every story and appealed to the jury not to jump to any conclusions. After the evidence was presented, it took the jury 30 minutes to find Taylor guilty of all 3 charges. In the second phase of the trial, to determine whether Taylor was not responsible due to mental impairment, it was revealed that Taylor had a previous diagnosis of bipolar disorder and had been hospitalized in the past. The idea of a manic episode was presented by the defense, but quickly shot down by the prosecution. Her calm demeanor and matter-of-fact answers during the interrogation were also used to disprove any theories of mental instability. There were conflicting expert testimonies from state witnesses that revealed inconsistencies in the presentation of Taylor. Her conduct at the trial would indicate some instability. However, during the interview and arrest, no such signs were perceived. After a 55-minute deliberation, the jury found Taylor was mentally capable and in her right mind. She now faces life in prison. The shocking revelation of Taylor Schabusiness, once a trusted confidant, now dubbed the female Jeffrey Dahmer, sent shivers down the spines of all who heard her name. The nation was left to contemplate the complexities of the human psyche and the thin line that separates sanity from malevolence. As the curtain fell on this gripping saga, the memory of Shad Thyrion and the tragedy of his untimely demise served as a solemn reminder that evil deeds can dwell in the hearts of those closest to us.